your nib's too slow and your ink won't flow, here's one of the places that you can go. Larry is here to help you through with Mr. Announcer and Cubby too. It's Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews.
Hi folks, Larry here. Welcome to Larry's Fountain Pen Review. I'm going to be your host for this event. And, of course, my name is the one and only Larry Barones here in Fort Worth, Texas. So, it's Christmas season, and Christmas is just around the corner. So, it's time to get ready for Christmas. So, I think for me to kick off Christmas, I want to do a cool pen that I really like. Well, I like them all, right? But this one, there's 3 of them, in fact. So, let's go into the pen room so I can show you number 2 and talk a little bit about it and then do a writing test, okay? Are you with me? Well, come on, follow me in the pen room and then we'll hang out and I'll show you the pen I'm talking about. Peace. Hey, greetings folks. Welcome to Larry's Fountain Pens Review, and I'm your host, Larry Barones, right here in Fort Worth, Texas. So, as you all know, or if you don't know, I am a big Conklin fan. I love Conklin products. For me, they just really have worked well. And this is the Conklin limited edition and the Courage. So, I have my other one that I ordered to complete my set. So let's open this one up. Well, first of all, on the sleeve you see Courage. Turn it around, you see Conklin, and first responders would be there. And on the bottom, there. And on the other side, you have the first responders that are there on that front lines, helping those in need. Bam. So let's go ahead and take this out of the sleeve. So let's remove the sleeve. All right. On top of the pen case you have Conklin. And since 1898. Nice, sturdy, strong cardboard. So let's open it up. Kind of neat looking shape. I kind of like these kind of shapes they'd come out with. It's different, unique. And first of all, this is all you get, a black sponge. No, I'm kidding you. Let's take this off. And of course you're going to get a couple of cards in here. Shows their products, tells you a little bit about it, tells you about the collection, filling system. And here is this beautiful fountain pen. Look at this gorgeous fountain pen. Then you get a pin right here to put on your cap or on your jacket or wherever you choose to put it on. I usually put mine on my caps. And it comes with a bottle of Conklin Courage, the black ink, which I really love, the black Conklin ink. I mean, Conklin did it right on this ink. I really love it. They did it right on these pens. I really are into these pens. Amazing. This is a medium nib. So I've got the red one coming, and I will not say any more until it gets here. So what I'm going to do next, I am going to ink the pen out. I'm going to test it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the pen, what I think that I like and what I don't like so much. I'll do a writing test and I'll show a pen comparison, and that's going to do it. So join me. Here we go. Okay, folks. The pen that I mentioned was the Conklin Courage. I'm sure you've heard that by now. So I got my first one, the white one, which I really, really liked. And I got the with a fine nib up, yeah. And I just really like the pen a lot. So I said, you know what? I want to go for the black one they have. And here it is right here. Let's you look at the pen for a little bit here. It's an amazing pen, a beautiful pen. And it's the Conklin All American Courage, the graphite limited edition. And real quick before I forget, let me get that number on here. Put my little eyes on here, if you don't mind. All right, here we go. And this is going to be 856 of 1898. Of course, 1898, as you well know, is when Conklin was founded. Okay, so here is this pen that I just really fell in love with because, number one, what's under the hood is the most important part of the pen for me. And that's the nib. That's the heart of the pen. And then when you work your way out, all the decorations, cosmetics of a pen, the way it looks, all the kind of things that makes you kind of like a kid in the candy store. These pens, for me, they deliver that kind of feeling, which to me is an awesome feeling. The pen, first of all, comes in extra fine, medium, broad, 1.1 stub, and the OmniFlex. So, and then what I like about this pen is that on any of the three pens, you can unscrew the nib out, and you can get another nib, a Conklin nib, and just screw one in. If you wanted just to get a broad nib, you can unscrew this medium nib out and put a different nib in and have a lot of fun that way. And you can save some dollars that way too as well. So, here we go. Of course, they have the white, which I've done a review on already. And now they have this black with resin. And they have a red one that I've already ordered from Federalist Pens. I want the complete set. I knew that from the moment I got my hands on the first one. So Conklin really stepped up, I think, their game and just made an incredible fountain pen at an affordable price. I love that rocker arm on the clip. And I love the band as well at the bottom of the cap. And you know, these pens, they have German-made Jobo number 6 steel nibs. And they really are, for me, have been really smooth and wet and juicy nib, which I really like. Show you the nib real quick. Beautiful nib, black nib. So they done a good job to match up this pen. And right here, like I said, the large ring, and then it has a smaller, not as wide band underneath the larger wide band. It's filled with an engraving of a heartbeat right here. Boom, 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 boom. And courage right here as well. So, and on the clip, it has the famous of all clips, the
Rod of Asclepius.
yes, and the symbol of
Hippocrates.
the oath is pleated in rose gold on the clip. It's just really a stunning, beautiful fountain pen, Conklin All American. And I don't know if you can see this, the light. Let's see if you can get a good close up here. You can see the name and then the number of the pen, because they only made so many, of these pens, and once they're gone, that is it. But it does have the trade mark, the Conklin mark on it, and the Toledo, Ohio, USA All American limited edition. Beautiful fountain pen. Gorgeous. And you know what Conklin's been doing now? I showed you when I opened the box that they've added this bottle of ink, black ink, which is beautiful ink, in my opinion. I really like the ink as well, so that was a win-win for me. I love the fountain pen a lot, and then the ink just fit really well with the pen. That was a good combination. They did a great job. And then it comes with a pen of...
I believe that's also the Rod of Asclepius.
Yes, very good. And I'll probably put this on my cap. So to me, they went out all the way to make these pens worth your time. They've, like I said, picked up their game. They really put a lot of love and a lot of thinking in this pen, in planning the execution of the pen, to get it all done just right, to make it all fit together, to tells a story. It's complete. So I'm not going to bore you with the whole general story, because I've already done that with my previous review, and I'm sure you've already have seen many reviews on this one. So let's go into some of the measurements of the pen. The body material is resin. It's a screw-on cap, and it uses bottle ink or standard international long cartridges or standard international short cartridges. And it does come with a converter, and we'll take off the barrel, and we go down the barrel. There's not really a step off there, and there's nothing that's going to be sharp, annoying, or bothersome. And it actually has a decent grip on it. It's not an actual big, long grip, but it's this pen will be able to hold large hands as well. I have small fingers, and if you hold it here, that's not going to be a problem at all. And then right here, as the barrel ends, is where the cap goes on to the section with that beautiful black nib. Just a gorgeous fountain pen, is it? Not just gorgeous knockout to die for. And it comes with a converter. And I do have the Conklin Courage black ink in it. And this converter does not pull out. Remember, you want to unscrew your converter. Do not twist it out. So, is this pen postable? Well, let's find out right now. Well, it appears to me, yes, it is postable. And I do love this rose gold trim that they put on the pen. Again, that's my favorite color, the rose gold trim, yeah. Would be my favorite. It just looks stunning, doesn't it? So the length of the fountain pen, the overall length of this pen closed as you see it here, is going to be 5.62 inches. And then when you post this little jewel, it's going to be 6.66 inches. The overall weight, when it's not inked up, it's going to be 32, 33 G's. And I've read on the ink capacity is 1.69 mils, maybe, around in that area. And that's with a cartridge. And then with the converter, it's 1.04 mils, I believe, on that. So this is really a beautiful fountain pen. Now, here we go. Here is the first one. Let me take this out. Beautiful is not. And here is the newest edition. And like I just mentioned earlier that I did order from Federalist Pens the third one, which is going to be the red one with a broad nib. So we got a fine, we got a medium, and the next is going to be broad. So then the next thing is, how does this pen write? Well, I thought it wrote excellent. I had no problems with it. There were no hard starts, no ink starvation, smooth nib, wet, juicy nib. It just wrote like a dream, the kind of pen you don't want to put down. You know, when you find a pen that you really enjoy, that you're really comfortable with, that you really get attached to it, you just keep using that pen over and over again, and you just hate putting it down. So I think, to me at least, this is one of them. Really nice pen. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to do a little bit of writing. That's the fun part. And we'll go into the endless recorder notebook. And we are going to do some writing. Okay. All right. This is the limited edition. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful ink just laying down, limited edition. Okay. All right. And on the nib, I do like the way the Conklin does their nibs. Where the breather hole is, it looks like a smiley face. It does have Conklin on it, Toledo, USA. And then M on the side for medium. Put a little light on that. So, look at this. Try some reverse writing. And you can get a totally different line variation, but it kind of fades out a little bit in here. But it writes extremely well. Just look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. How a pen is supposed to write. This is what it's all about. You're going to find yourself in good hands with this pen. You're going to be proud to own a pen like this. At least I think so. Down strokes, and here's your cross strokes. This is no pressure, and here's with a bit of pressure. And you're not going to get much of nothing there at all. It's not a flex. It wasn't meant to be. Check for wetness. Here we go. And that speaks for itself right there. Look at that. Look at that. Just right. Really nice. It just lays down that ink. So what do you think about it? What's your opinion about this pen? Leave your comments below. I'll be doodling all day with it. So, there you have it. This is the Conklin All American Courage. Limited edition just come out. And they are numbered. And once they sell them all out, I believe that's going to be it. So, if you're into fountain pens, and if you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget, I think this is one pen to put in your collection. If you're just coming out of the rabbit hole and you're really digging the fountain pen scene now, this would be one I would highly recommend that you would really enjoy. Fine nib, medium nib, monofique. So, I'm going to say this, that I think the broad nib is just going to be as nice as the other two nibs that I've tried so far. So, incredible fountain pen. These pens are under Yafa, and I'm glad that Yafa has put them under their wings. I can't say enough great things about this pen. It's just a stunning fountain pen, and I'm really impressed with it. And that's all there is to it. Right? So, folks, with that said, thank you for joining me today on Larry's Fountain Pen Review. I hope you're being safe out there. That virus is really getting kind of crazy out there, at least here in Fort Worth, Texas. Wash your hands, keep the distance, wear your mask, follow the rules, because you don't want to get sick. I would hate for any of you to get sick. So, God bless each and every one of you. And as always, don't text and drive, but remember, a lot of peace and a lot of love coming your way. And one last thing. Tomorrow, Saturday, and that's going to be the 5th, at 5 p.m., I will be what, Mr. Announcer?
Live streaming.
There you go. Waiting for that little magic moment to come out. All right. Yes. So people, if you want to hang out and we can shoot the chat, we can do that. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about pens. We're going to talk about inks. We're going to talk about Santa Claus. And we're just going to hang out and have a great time. And it's all good. Take care. God bless. See ya later, alligator. Bye.